Now at 6, 5 Marines are dead. One has been identified, the latest after a deadly helicopter crash in Pine Valley.
How in the hell dare he raise that?
Plus at 6, new questions are being raised over the mental competency of the president, what the special counsel is accusing him of. That's next.
En el olvido. Abandonados. Es muy estresante.
Also here at 6, abandoned and forgotten, why many residents in San Diego's District 4 say they feel this way.
You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Yeah, this morning still raining in parts of the county. Stop me if you've heard this before. New video taken just hours ago on southbound Interstate 15 in Escondido. It does continue, but yeah, there's a word that this is all going to come to an end here very soon. I'm Eric Connor. Glad you're with us at 6:01 on this Friday.
And I'm Nada Iramport. Thank you for being with us. Yeah, it's Friday. We are expected to hopefully see more sunshine. CBS 8's Evan Arani, you've been tracking these conditions all week. I know, Evan, you would like a break from this all too, right? Just like us.
I would love to just take a deep breath. Yes, it has been a little bit chaotic this week, but we are finally watching as this is the final day of those scattered showers.
Thank you.
We have a few left, so that's the emphasis, is that the day today is still going to involve maybe another 1/10 of an inch, in some cases up to 1/4 of an inch. You can see what satellite radar looks like right now. By no means is it dry. However, do we have a ton of rain remaining? No, again, 1/10 of an inch to maybe 1/4 of an inch. You can see how many showers are still stacked offshore. That means there is a strong likelihood that these showers will persist for the next several hours. And on this graphic here that shows you the next 12, you can see how temperatures are going to be slow to warm up. Upper 50s is about where we'll cap it at. And then it looks like as we get into the remainder of your weekend and next week, we are drying out even more. We're going to have sunny skies, temperatures in the 60s. A lot of big changes for the weekend and next week. So we'll lay those details out for you for your Super Bowl Sunday weekend coming up in just a few. Back to you.
This morning, we are learning more details about a deadly helicopter crash in Pine Valley that killed 5 Marines.
One of those Marines has been identified. His picture seen here. CBS 8's Chris Groh joining us live at MCAS Miramar with the latest on this. Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. And it was our sister station in Phoenix, KPNX, that identified that man as Sergeant Alec Langan, his family confirming that he was one of the 5 Marines killed in this crash. Now, we did speak with a Marine veteran who is now a military aviation expert about this crash to get a sense of what could possibly be the reason, though we don't have determining factors here yet, that anything's positive. But take a listen to what he had to say.
There are limits. You know, the aircraft has limits. It cannot operate in all weather conditions because weather can be very unforgiving. Helicopters are particularly prone to icing situations. So if, because of rain and snow, ice was accumulating on the rotor blades of the helicopter, that interferes with the aircraft's ability to maintain lift, and that can lead to a crash.
And you can see Sergeant Alec Langan again there of Chandler. That's a city that's just outside of Phoenix. The other information that we know so far about him is that he was listed as a crew chief and he had just been married weeks ago. Now, as for the crash, again, still under investigation, although as you just heard from that being Timothy Loringer, again, a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, he does believe that weather played a large factor there, though we still have to wait for any official report. That helicopter, a CH-53E Super Stallion, was on its way from Nevada here back to Miramar, where that group of 5 Marines was based out of. This was part of a training mission, and that aircraft went down on Tuesday night when we know that those conditions were, again, very treacherous. The conditions remain extremely cold, windy, and wet there as the recovery mission is ongoing. When we heard from the Marines yesterday, they spoke again about how the Marines that are a part of that recovery mission will not be leaving that area until they bring those crew members home, as they put it. Now, next of kin have been notified. If any further identities are released, we'll be sure to update you with that information. But for now, we're going to send things back to you, Eric and Netta.
All right, Chris, thank you for that live report. Now, abandoned and forgotten. That's how some residents in San Diego's District 4, hard hit by last night's floods, say they feel right now.
Yeah, the people living there say the issue is made worse now because they don't have a council member representing them at a time when the council is setting future budget priorities. That list of priorities was not recently updated because there's no elected representative for the district. But the council's president, Shawneela Rivera, says those District 4 residents are very much a priority.
We made it abundantly clear, I'm going to continue to make it abundantly clear, that there are folks in desperate need of support, and the city as a whole has a responsibility to support them in the best way that we can.
The primary election for the new District 4 council member is set for March 5th. If none of the three candidates gets more than 50% of the votes, then a runoff will be held in either June or July. That was Monica Montgomery Stepp's position when she went to the County Board of Supervisors. Right now, a massive amount of sewage and trash is moving through the Tijuana River Valley and our coast. Look at all this garbage. This is what the Tijuana River looks like 2 weeks ago after a storm sent an estimated 13.5 billion gallons of sewage flowing into our waters. This is what it looked like again last night, almost identical. The contamination has been hardly contained due to the recent storms, and many who live in nearby communities like Imperial Beach say the problem is devastating.
It rains and we know the beach is going to be closed, so that's part of the being a resident of Imperial Beach.
I can't breathe. Like it sucks. It sucks. You know, you can't breathe, you can't run.
A delegation of local leaders, including Imperial Beach Mayor Paloma Aguirre, recently went to Capitol Hill to raise awareness about the pollution.
It's hard to try to even clean up that mess because a lot of that is so contaminated too. 4 former SDSU football players accused of raping a 17-year-old girl can now use the sexually graphic videos allegedly taken in the encounter as evidence. This was decided by a state appeals court yesterday. The videos are each less than a minute long and allegedly were shot in the bedroom where the woman says that she was raped. Jane Doe's attorneys opposed the video's release, saying it's considered child pornography. The court denied her request, saying the videos are relevant evidence and would be destroyed at the end of the case. Criminal charges were not filed against the players in the lawsuit, but a civil case status hearing is scheduled for next week. Right now, San Diego County's tuberculosis program is notifying people who might have been exposed at Sweetwater High School last year. Program officials say students and staff might have been exposed to TB between last July and December, so that stretch of several months there. The school district setting up free screenings for people with increased risk. Symptoms of TB include cough, fever, and unexplained weight loss. All right, it's 6:07 right now, and we want to talk about the forecast here. Look at this.
This would be quite the drive.
This would be our mountains. Yeah, San Diego getting a nice dusting here.
Yeah, this morning, if you plan on driving up to the local mountains, Caltrans urging you to prepare. If you need to check your route, you can check chain requirements and snowplows on quickmat.ca.gov because each one of those dots means there's something going on with the roads.
Right.
Check
Sunrise
it out.
Highway.
Yeah, before you head out there.
Well, icy still up there, right?
Yeah, and snowy. Look at this here, Laguna Mountain Lodge.
Laguna Mountain.
Hey.
Fresh powder.
Absolutely. There's still the chance that they get a little bit more.
Okay.
By tonight, what we see remaining is just a few lingering showers over the mountains.
Okay.
So the last to see the completely dry skies going to be your mountains. Mount Laguna, Palomar Mountain, Julian. Julian's been kind of right on that rain snow cutoff. Right now, it looks like we are going to be headed toward more scattered showers for the day. And then here's your weekend beach forecast. Temperatures are going to be on the cooler side of average still. We're very slow to see that temperature warm up. That will take place primarily over the course of next week because next week is a dry week. Next week, we still have that ridge of high pressure building overhead. So it's going to be slow climb. We see by Super Bowl Sunday, though, mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the mid-60s, overnight lows and both in your morning lows, your overnight lows, regardless of how you look at it, those are going to be cold temperatures. 40s along the coast. As you make your way inland, we're talking more 30s. We got a couple weeks ago a little stretch of notably warmer weather, the 70s out there. That was to end the month of January practically. And then we all through February have been on the colder side of average, average being 66 degrees. Haven't gotten there yet. So we're hoping to see those temperatures warm up, and we will. We're also seeing that chance of rain decline substantially. So today, scattered showers, another 1/10 of an inch, maybe another 1/4 of an inch. Chances drop down really dramatically by Saturday and stay in the low single digits all the way through next week. That live look outside shows How we're watching as those clouds break apart in some spots of the county. Again, another day where you're going to see a little bit of the sun peeking through at times. We'll get those notable stretches of maybe an hour or two of sunshine, and then those quick moving showers come through. So we're not letting our guard down too much today, but by the time we get to the weekend, we've got dry weather with slow warming into next week. Next chance for any notable rain is going to be over a full week out. It's going to be basically next weekend, not this upcoming weekend. So nice stretch here of dry weather. Let's check in on your roads. It's 6:10 right now, and so far, live look at the eastbound 94. This is at 28th. Looking pretty smooth out there, but damp. So keep in mind that your roads are a little bit wet in some spots. Also want to mention entry ramp to the 54 eastbound from the 805 northbound. We've got a lane blocked with a crash. SIG alert has been issued. That means it could take a little bit of time before they're able to clear that one up. Let's take a look at your border wait times too. San Ysidro Port of Entry, 90 minutes right now. And at the Otay Mesa Port of Entry, it's going to be about an hour, 60 minutes in total. All right, now Eric, back to you.
Thank you, Evan. And coming up next, the new memo on what countries can do with our weapons.
Plus the findings of the new report on President Joe Biden's handling of classified documents. And the Lunar New Year is tomorrow, how you can celebrate here in San Diego.